Do you know who Janet Woodcock is?
Porn star?
No, it was 5 years ago, and you were on the show.
So Janet Woodcock is the head of the FDA.
Oh.
And she has come out and said that everybody is going to be infected with this new coronavirus variant. Like pretty much every single American is going to get COVID now.
Okay.
Now the vaccine makes it a little more chill. It's not so bad, but
I had it last week.
I've been getting a booster.
You had COVID last week?
Yeah, I had it during the show. Yeah.
I've been getting a booster
Did you say
every week.
No, it didn't come up, but
you're getting a booster every week.
But yeah,
no, give them to you.
It was like it was like I could definitely tell it was like different than the flu, like the come on of it, because like it was Tuesday, last week Tuesday, I think. Yeah. And I was on a call from 10 to 11:30, 11:45, and like at 10 a.m. I was sitting there feeling 1,000,000% normal, and was like thinking about, I'm on the call, but I'm thinking about my workout. I'm like, I'm gonna get a good workout in. I'm gonna feel good. And then by the end of that meeting, like I had this headache behind my eyes, and like when I don't know if you had a headache like this, like when you look in different directions, it's like a soreness behind the eye. Mm-hmm. And I was like doing that thing where it's like, I'm not getting sick. I'm gonna work out. I'm not getting sick. I'm gonna work out. Just like Dennis, and it's
that you're sick and you're okay.
Just deny it, and just like Dennis from It's Always Sunny, like I'll be like, sickness speak God. And then by like 1 p.m. I was like, okay, like it started accelerating so much. Like I just had a big headache, no congestion, no like fever or anything, but like it quickly was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to work out today. And it came on super suddenly. And then during PKN last week, I was feeling like groggy and out of it, and kind of just like as soon as we finished PKN last week, I went straight to bed and slept for a couple hours and did that stupid thing you do where it's like, I'll just nap right now. That won't fuck with my sleep for days. And yeah. And then I was like worried. I was like, damn, if I'm like feeling like PKN's fine, it's only an hour, easy peasy. But I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to do PKA very well if I'm still feeling crappy on Thursday. Like that's how like the headache was. And then Wednesday, it was like 50-60% of it was gone, like out of nowhere overnight. And it was like both. So basically it was the fastest like come up for a sickness I've ever felt, and also the fastest come down from a sickness. Like it was bizarre in how quickly it came on and then how quickly it disappeared.
I know a lot of people who have gotten COVID this week. So as much as I hate Woody's theory, I know what I hate is that it might be true.
No, tons of people are getting it right
variant
now,
of COVID that is going to spread through America and inoculate everyone, kind of like a vaccine would.
I hope that's the case.
That's good.
Because like just this week alone, our medical friend overseas in Japan, he got it, and also Fish got it, like back to back. And
how's our medical friend over in Japan doing?
I'll tell you privately, it's a pretty fucked story. Because
he's all right.
Is at a high level.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. It's just
he's
like
fit, so you'd think he'd be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about his health is fine. Just like this whole situation about like the whole thing was kind of fucked and what he told me. But it's kind of it's a private thing. I don't want to say it. In any case, like it does seem like a lot of people are. I saw that the graph the other day. This is where we were during the first lockdown and the second lockdown, and this is where we are now.
Here, I'll pull one up.
And I wanted to just be like, that's a fake graph. That's bullshit.
Why? Because you mean like the case going up to shit?
Because
dude, it seems hard to believe.
It's hard to believe. It's like it seems like it's 10 times as much as it was when we were all hiding.
Yeah, that is bizarre, isn't it?
10 times is a lot, but also it ties in with like my personal observation. Like I can think of 4 people in my like real life friend group, people I talk to all the time that have had COVID lately. 5 with Taylor.
All right, so let's okay, so can we go back to like I wish we could go, oh, that is all time. What's that? I mean,
wait, that's all time?
Yeah.
No. Well,
that looks about right to me.
Oh, okay. Holy shit. All
that's
right, so
terrible.
When was it when we were talking about toilet paper? Wasn't that like June or July of 2021?
That's the first bump. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
2020.
No. Toilet paper was 2020.
All right.
Wait,
all right,
am I not reading it right?
Okay,
I
so
can't tell what December
all right,
that
is. Let's use this number. Let's use 35,000 for the 7-day average. And now show me where we are now. So I was wrong. It's not 10 times. It's 20 times. It's
Well, it
20
seems
times
like
bigger than when we were hiding and stealing toilet paper. It's
I know
20
tons of
times.
people who are getting it right now too.
Also,
and
here's the
it
problem though.
seems
Now we
mild
have
for
tests
them.
that are free and everyone has them. And so now we know what the
Yeah,
case.
That's
And,
true.
and back then maybe it was 3 times what it is now.
That's
I
a good
thought I
point.
got it at the start. It was like Taylor said, really fast, like flu, almost like the flu, but not really. Like something fell off, and then I slept and I woke up and it was gone. So I've never had that before. This was like a year ago. Yeah, about a year
Yeah.
ago. Just odd.
I
I've
mean,
never been sick like that.
The worst part about the flu or anything is like the fever. I think
Mhm.
I had like a fever for a couple hours Tuesday night because like I wasn't sleeping very soundly. But if I did have a fever, that was the only time I did.
That was about it for me too. Yeah, it was just like a
you
couple
didn't-
hours.
Neither
that
of you
was
saw any medical attention or anything. You didn't,
I don't know if it was COVID or not. 'cause
No,
it was-
I
it
didn't
was
need
o-
medical attention.
It was
Yeah.
overdone.
I needed
yeah.
15 cream soda Zevias.
no, I
Yeah.
like the idea of
Good.
like what he said with the root beer.
That's an all-time. Sorry to interrupt you, Kyle, but that's an all-time chart. I'm pretty confident in it.
Okay.
And so February 2020, that was, yeah, those are the 2 bumps, right? That January one is like when all those New Yorkers died, right?
Yeah,
Am I right about
Yeah.
that?
When, when we saw the body bags in the hallway, that was wild.
Yeah. Now, if I were to do a death chart, it's not nearly as spiky because this Omicron variant's not as deadly. It would seem.
And we understand how to treat it now. And
Kyle's right. The treatment is better now. And then there's
Mhm.
also like that Omicron spike is pretty recent. And the spike in cases it usually takes like 10 to 20 days for the spike in deaths to like that accompany it. And we're
hard
not
to read
there.
these stats. Yeah, it's hard to interpret them
If
correctly.
you look at that, like it's
Mhm.
really bad in the last like 2 weeks. So the deaths are just coming now from
See,
these
because
But
the
if
testing,
it's a less
because the
severe
testing,
variant, it should
because
be
the testing
less.
has like what you
Yeah.
need is like cases per test administered almost across the
Mhm.
board to get any kind of real stat. Because
That's
like
true.
if a
It's hard to-
billion, if we're testing people, not just like we're testing the same people all the time over and over. Like people are constantly
Yeah.
getting tested now.
So
Whereas
you're
back
right
then,
that
like
more tests are going to yield more positives, but
Yeah.
also more people that think they're sick means more tests too. Like
Mm.
if it's just the number of positive tests
They're
per
free
test
now, though.
granted, I hear you, but like I've been tested once, and it was because I was sick. It turned out to be strep throat,
Mhm.
but only sick people get well, no, mostly sick people get tests.
sure, I don't know. I think it's hard to interpret the data, but clearly there's seem to be a lot of people getting it in my life recently, anecdotally speaking.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people getting. I know so many people in my life who
Right,
got
that
it.
chart is coinciding with my observation, so it's
Yeah.
I tend to think it's rightish.
I do as well.
The only people getting it that I know are the people that are like double vaxxed, and then I think they let their guard down with it, and then they go, just doing things normally. They don't take any precautions.
I
and
think
they-
I think everybody's
Fish-
getting it.
So
Okay.
Fish is the best, right? Like he's like, yeah, I got COVID. People are like, oh, were you vaccinated? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, wait a goddamn minute. Tell them when you got vaccinated, Fish. The day they told me I had COVID.
Wait,
And
he
everybody
got
goes,
it and then went and got the shot.
"Oh." like,
It might have been coincidence.
they're like, you have
Mhm.
COVID. Have a COVID shot while we're here. like you dumbass. Like,
Wait, are
got
you supposed to
the,
give it to someone who's currently sick?
who cares? Just COVID.
Who cares?
I-
You know
I got-
what? I that's actually 100% my take. Also, who cares?
I got 2 boosters last week. Like they just hand them out like lollipops. They don't give a shit. They don't. They ask you.
drive around to as many locations as you can in one day. See how many shots you can get.
Has anyone here
Hey,
been boosted?
Yeah.
You've been
No.
boosted, Kyle. You did.
There's
you
no
went
way
and
I'm
got
going
it?
into a fucking gym without that booster.
Yeah, I got the booster
It's
too
sweaty.
because I have a trip coming up. I've been cagey about the date, so people don't know when I'm not home. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was part of my motivation for the booster.
You gotta be
I-
cagey about those dates. I know what you're
I've-
talking about.
I've not been vaccinated yet. I was going to before a show, like a concert.
Mm.
They fucking canceled the concert. So now I'm like, well, I can put it off some more. It's just more of a it's an inconvenience. Call of Duty just came out, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna be working every day, so I need to not be, because it can not, the vaccine can knock you the fuck out
Mhm.
for a few days. So I'm like, it's just inconvenient. I'll wait. I don't really leave the house. Like, it's fine, you know.
Yeah.
The next day after my booster, I was pretty much fine. Like I thought I was fine. Maybe I lied that I was fine to myself.
Right.
And then when I hit the gym, I got through my warm up, and I was just like, you know what? No.
This is a break day.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, I wasted so much time between. I literally, my warm up took over an hour, and I was like, I'm not doing more. And so the next day I got back at it.
Kyle, quit with your judgy bullshit. He wasn't feeling well. Let him give that a day off.
No, that's for Overtflow.
Oh,
am I bad?
Oh,
yes, you're bad again. I thought it was me too. I literally thought he was judging me for
honestly
skipping a gym day.
I
would
thought
just
it was
rest day. Double thumbs down.
Were you feeling sick?
You know what I do when I'm sick? Bench press.
I do bad form bench presses when I'm ill.
Throwing it up there. No, take a fucking day off. You got goddamn COVID. Take a day off every fucking morning. Jesus Christ.